visual impairment or any sort of mobility issues, there's some very practical tips we can share with you today to get around in your kitchen. I'm joined today by Leona Emberson of the Canadian National Institute for the Blind. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
So, what can you teach us?
Well, there's some very simple changes that you can make to your habits and the environment of your home that are relatively inexpensive.
Okay.
Which can make it safer and help you to maintain your independence in your home. One of the first concerns a lot of people have is being able to set their appliances, being able to use the temperature dials. And there's lots of different tactile and visual markings that can be placed at different locations on your stove to mark different temperatures, 350, or on your microwave. These tactile marks can allow you to find those flat buttons.
Okay.
The next thing that you can really focus on is contrast. So when you're in the kitchen, try and think of using white objects on black backgrounds and black objects on white backgrounds. So if you are going to be measuring flour, use a black measuring cup.
I can see the difference so clearly. I wish I'd known this a couple of years ago when I had my visual issues. Tell me about knives and cutting.
So using contrast again, you can get black cutting boards. So when you're cutting things like a white onion like we have here, putting it onto a black cutting board is going to give you more contrast in between what you're cutting and the background surface. And some safety tips with knives. Instead of just leaving your knives wherever you've finished with them, always tuck them underneath your cutting board so that you can follow the edge of your cutting board, find that knife, and you don't have to worry about accidentally getting a blade or knocking that onto the floor.
And that's such a simple tip, not just for the adults, but if you're cooking with kids as well.
It keeps everything tucked away and safe.
Yes. What else have you got for us?
When your vision starts to deteriorate, finding things in your cupboard can be quite a challenge, reading labels and packaging. And one of the simple ways, again, is just using a cue card, writing on it in large print or in Braille, or even using an aid that will read for you if you are not able to read, if you have any print disability.
And that was the aid we heard.
Yes, I think it's actually turned itself off. But this aid, you just touch it to a little sticker.
There you go.
And it tells you what's in your can.
And so what do you do with the label once you've finished with the can of chickpeas?
By using a cue card, it's a reusable label. You can then take it off, put it onto the next can you buy, keep it in a little cue card box, and you even have a self-made shopping list.
That is so perfect. And Leona, I'm sure you're a wealth of information. We're going to post some very helpful links and some practical tips at my website, akskitchen.blogspot.com.